It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a bottle of Brimstage Brewery Oyster Catcher Oatmeal Stout coming in at 4.4% ABV. There's a look at the label. Black bottle cap. The beer was kindly sent to us by my good friend Neil Long, who has supported the channel for a long time. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. I must admit, I was a big fan of their red, I think it was a red rye IPA, I think it was called. That was very good beer. Here we go. Good levels of carbonation, 3-finger, slightly off-white head, jet black beer in the glass, good levels of carbonation. Let's get the aroma. Ho ho ho! Do you know there's something about British breweries? They seem to know their stouts. A lot of British breweries, and I don't mean this as a disrespect to any of you guys, but I'd say 90% of British breweries would struggle to brew a New World Vermont IPA or a New England IPA. But ask a British brewery to produce a very good, certainly the aroma of this beer suggests it's very good, but ask a British brewery to produce a stout, hands down, they really know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. This is probably Brimstage Brewery's finest hour. Even from the aroma, this is just something to behold. It smells fantastic. Nutty, roasty. Oh, it's full of dark berry fruit, quite vinous in the aroma. Bear in mind it's 4.4% ABV. Sorry to wag my finger like a school teacher at you. Oh, it smells wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. It's light, it's fresh, it's fig, it's plum, it's prune, it's bitter dark chocolate. There's a bitterness that just drives through there on the back of the palate. It kind of rolls this way all the way down. Good bitterness in there. The drinkability is good, the carbonation is good. There's some sweet caramel, there's a little bit of roasted coffee. It's spot on, absolutely spot on beer, this one. 4.4% ABV. Very difficult to do, because if you're talking oyster stout, oyster oatmeal stout, so yeah, it's got a good mouthfeel. Carbonation tickles the palate, rolls it over, rolls the beer on the inside of the mouth. Lots of flavour going on. It's a top beer. It really is. Am I surprised? As I mentioned earlier, no, not surprised at all. There's something about British breweries that they just seem to nail. An oyster stout or an oatmeal stout or a regular stout or maybe a porter. I'm going to be honest, maybe it's easier to brew. I'm not taking anything away from the brewery. Maybe it's just an easier style to brew. Maybe it's just a big textbook of home brewers and brewers' notes that have found its way on the internet or into bookshops, and you guys just simply know where to find this particular recipes to brew this beer. Actually, I think I'm taking too much away from the brewery. I think I'm being a little bit too harsh, and I don't want to be too harsh on the brewery. Why should I, when I'm standing here drinking such a wonderful beer? I'm just trying to work out in my own mind why so many of these British breweries produce these beers at such a high quality as they do. Yet, again, I mean this with the most highest of respects to brewers out there. You ask a traditional British brewery to brew a Vermont IPA and they wouldn't know where to start. Not a criticism, maybe a little bit, but they just seem to be knowing what they're doing with this style of beer. This channel is all about honesty. It's all about speaking from the heart, speaking from what the knowledge that I've built up over the years, the beers I've drunk, and what would be the point otherwise? Is it bottle conditioned? Look at that head retention. Look at that. I'm close here. I'm very close to giving this a top mark. I just wanted to see if it was bottle conditioned, and I just had the confirmation. There was just a little bit of yeast there that just fell into the glass, and it just made me sigh with happiness. Can you see it in the glass? If not, don't worry, but there's a little bit of yeast there floating around now. Anyway, 4.4% ABV, Oatmeal Stout, lovely body, lovely mouthfeel, fantastic flavours. Let's rate it. Brimstage Brewery Oyster Catcher Oatmeal Stout. When you've got a beer like this, why would you want to brew a Vermont IPA? Rating. Quote me if you may, I don't mind. This is by far one of the best oyster oatmeal stouts that I have ever tried. This is fantastic. From the head retention to the look of the beer to the smell, the aroma and the taste. It's wonderful. The smell and the aroma are two of the same things, in case you're wondering. Rating for this 4% or 4.4% ABV beer. Fantastic stuff. I've showed the label a few times because I want you to go and find it. It's a 10 out of 10. Stone the crows, 10 out of 10. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.